your girl, Gel Beauty 87 here, and today we're going to get into the holiday collection from Charlotte Tilbury. So I got this little quad called, what is it, Dazzling Diamonds. I got the palette. I forgot what his name is palette called. Oh, Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. I got that. And then I got the Shredded Highlighter. If you all saw my IG, you know why it's shredded to me. But yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to put on this, what is it? Pillow Talk Diamonds or whatever. I got this free like sample when I purchased a certain amount from her website. So I bought the highlighter and the little quad from her website. The crazy thing is it got here like a couple of days ago, and then like it ended up showing up on Sephora, so I could have just waited, especially since when I ordered from Sephora, like, you know, I got a replacement highlighter. I haven't heard from her brand at all concerning like my highlighter being broken and what's supposed to happen with it, because I've only ordered from her website a couple of times, so I don't know how the return policy works on that. So, anyway, I'm going to take this shade and put it on the lips, because I just want to see what it looks like. Because I heard people saying it didn't look the same color as it does in the pan or whatever. They said it looks like more mauve on the lips than in the pan, but it just looks like a whole bunch of glitter to me. I don't know. See, I just see a whole bunch of glitter. I don't see any like mauve or anything else. See, this is what it looks like. It's just like a whole bunch of glitter. I don't get it. And then like I think I have Lucky Diamonds in the full size. I think this is supposed to be like a sample size. And I have full size of Lucky Diamonds. I'm pretty sure this was a sample size. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, I don't know where my Lucky Diamonds is. I think it's at my house, so I can't tell you. But I'm pretty sure they said this was a sample size, so we're gonna go with that. And like I said, you saw the color of my hand, it just looks like a whole bunch of gold glitter. I don't see any mauviness or any type of tone to it. Let's go ahead and get to this highlighter that pissed me off. So this retails for $55. And I'm not sure if I'm going to like this, because I don't know how this is going to look on brown people. I did have the Dior one on earlier, but when I took my eyeshadow off and like rubbed my face pretty aggressively, the highlighter came off. So I'm like, I'm going to just put it on the cheeks. I'm not going to put it anywhere else, because obviously, you know, I just said my highlighter wore off. And I have the highlighter from last year here too. This is what it looks like. This was the one that was exclusive to Nordstrom's. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's quite smaller than the one she has this year. This year is like massive. It's 0.40 ounces, and the one I have before is 0.35 ounces, which is interesting because it's only like 5 ounces less than this one, but this one is 55, and this one was 45. I don't know if she just made the component to make it look bigger, to make it seem like you're getting more, but like maybe that pan's just deeper or something. I don't know what's going on with it. But this is what my highlighter looks like. A whole fucking mess. Anyway, let's go ahead and put it on the cheeks and see how it looks on brown people. Because when I swatched it, I felt some type of way. Because obviously when I had to press it back in, I had a whole bunch on my hand. And it just looked really ashy. And that was not a vibe for me. At all. I mean, like, whatsoever. So I'm trying to smash it in right now. Because a few pieces were, like, popping up when it came out. So with that, I'll just give you a swatch on my hand. It'll be a pretty good swatch because I had to press in quite a bit. But that's what it looks like on my hand. As you can see, it looks quite ashy. So I'm like, I don't know how this is going to be looking for black people. Any person with like any type of melanin. But let's go ahead and put it on since we're here now. I'm going to go ahead and put it right up here. I know Morgan Turner really likes it. But again, Morgan Turner does not have any melanin. So I wanted to hear from people with melanin. I haven't seen anybody like me who has melanin with this product. So I was a little concerned. As you can see, this is what it looks like on the face. I feel like it looks actually okay on the face, but I don't know if it's just blending in with the highlighter I had left over from before. So I'll try it on another day without, you know, any extra highlighter on from before. Because I feel like it's just blending in with the highlighter that was on my eyebrows and like a little bit that was left over from my cheeks from when the Dior faded. And that's why it's not giving us a true color. Because you see on my hand, it don't look like that at all. It looks, well, a mess. It looks like an ashy mess. But because it's blending into the colors that were already on my face, I don't know. So I'll pop in a clip another day of me putting this on with fresh makeup on so you can see what it truly looks like. But since I was doing like the eyeshadow and eyeshadow quads or whatever, I figured I would just include a clip now. But at the end of the video, I'm going to try to remember to put a clip of me put on this highlighter tomorrow or sometime. Because you won't see this video till like Wednesday or Thursday. So I should have enough time then. because Monday I'm planning on filming some content videos, so I'll just try to slide it in there, hopefully, if I remember. So let's get into the eyeshadow palette. So what I want to do is I want to do 2 different eye looks with this thing, and then I want to use like some of these in here. It's like toppers for those eye looks. But let me open the palette so you can see what it looks like. Not that you haven't seen it on anybody else's shadow before, but this is what it looks like. So it has this silvery, crackling looking situation instead of like the typical gold. I have the Pillow Talk palette, as you all know. So instead of the typical gold like this, and I kind of like the silver packaging better because I feel like it doesn't carry fingerprints the way that the traditional packaging that they use does. So that works for me. On the inside, of course, she always tells you like instructions on which ones to use with what in order to make a nice eye look. Me being me, I'm doing whatever the hell I feel like. I paid these $75, so however I feel like it's gonna look, it's how it's gonna look. But this is what it looks like on the inside. Of course, you know I'm drawn to the red and the purple pops, so I'll probably do something with those two. I kind of want to do like a red and purple pop on one eye, and then do like a nude eye on the other side. This is kind of giving me vibes from the Pat McGrath's Star Wars collection. That's like what these colors are giving me, to be perfectly honest. Hold please, let's go grab that. Okay, I'm back. So I had packed up Mother's palette already because I had already did that eye look, of course. So see the inside of this one? Like, I feel like these rows and these rows are like giving me the same vibe as this palette is. But you all let me know what you think, because I feel like it has a lot of those golds and reds and purplish pink shades, along with you know, a couple of browns and copper shades. Like if you took the greens out of Mother's palette, I feel like they would look really similar. Like if you took this shade and this shade out, like in fact, if I block those 2 shades, I feel like this palette looks a lot like Charlotte's palette, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. I might do some swatch comparisons on IG about it. That's why I try to do all my swatches now, so we don't have to make the video super long. But we're gonna get into this palette, and I'm gonna compare it to the what is this? The Pillow Talk as well, because I feel like these 2 rows here toward the end are looking similar to this one right here. It's just more matte to them. Like I feel like you can use the shimmers from this side, or the shimmers from this side, and like the reds and stuff from these 2, and it would be like somewhat similar. At least in my opinion, it would. I think that's the right card that goes in here. I don't know. I don't like the little plastic cards telling me how to use it. Like I rather just like decide however the hell I want to use it myself. But you know, that's just me. So I'm going to do, like I said, I'm gonna do a look with these 2, giving you all a more neutral look, and then I'm gonna do a colorful look on one eye. So let's get started, because I still gotta do the pop look. So I think I'm gonna try to use the pop palette when I do the brown look, or maybe I should just do, you know what, we're just gonna do the bright colors in the middle, and then we'll just do the neutral ones by themselves along with the Dazzle palette. So that way I have some mattes to go with it, the Dazzle palette. So yeah, let's do it like that. I think I already put eyeshadow primer on my eyes, so let's just get into some brushes real quick. That brush and this brush. So most likely just using like the red and the purple shimmers, even though I just did a look like that with the Pat McGrath palette, because I used them in like different quads for it to be used as this quad, this quad, this quad. But you know, we could do it like that again. It's not like you're not gonna see this. It's not like you're not gonna see this till like close to the end of the week anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go into the red shade and the Love Glow part. So I'm gonna use this shade right here on the outer V. Then I'll probably use that on the back of the eye, this toward the front of the eye. I'll probably dab this on top of that, and then mix, you know, those 2 together, and then we'll go into the darker shades when we have to use the Dazzle palette. So just want to give you an idea of what's going on before I, you know, start. Oh crap, this brush is still wet. That's why should have felt dry. Anyway, going in with this burgundy shade into my crease. I don't feel like it's blending as smoothly. I don't know. I mean, it's blending out nicely, but I feel like it's like having a rough time getting across the eyeshadow primer. It's not like since I haven't been sitting here talking, it didn't have time to dry. So why it's doing that, I don't know. I'm just taking it all the way across. And I might take the lighter brown and dust over the top of this just so I have, you know, a smooth transition since I feel like it's not looking that smooth with me just blending this shade on its own. So yeah. So let's go ahead and do this to the other side. Sometimes I was thinking I should just like edit out all the blending and just come back and it'd be already blended and me going to like a lid shade or something. And that would like cut down the time on my videos. Because I still be trying to figure out like what should I take out and what should I leave in or whatever. So I just be like, I don't know. But you know. Okay, but we got that. So let's go ahead and dust. And I'm feeling this burgundy shade. It's looking really nice. Okay. Now, do I have a brush to dust over the top of this? I feel like I do. Where is it? I'll take this Profusion brush and dust over the top with the lighter shade from the Happy Glow section I told you all about. So it won't look as harsh. Okay. Dust the other side. Okay, now we're gonna take the clean brush and dust over everything once again. It doesn't look as vibrant to me though now that I've done that, so I'm kind of like, hopefully I feel like the vibrancy will come back once we get some lid shades on, because right now I'm just like that vibrancy that I had when I just had that color is kind of like disappeared and I'm not here for it. Okay, so the crease shade, I mean, not the crease shade, the lid shade is going to be the dark purple, so I'm just take it on this brush here and start carrying it toward the back. Okay, it looks halfway decent, so. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the bright red shade in the front. I always feel like luxury shadows, like they have like a soft satin to them. They don't ever have like a bam pow in your face type shimmer to them. Which I guess is okay sometimes, but a lot of times that's what I be wanting. So I just be like, oh. When it be like soft looking like this, I was like, oh, okay. So like this wouldn't be my first go-to thing just because I don't like more softer shimmers. Like I like them bam pow in your face shimmers that you see from a mile away. Like I like those. So these are soft and cute or whatever, but you know, I guess if you have wrinkly eyelids, stuff like this is better for you. Or maybe like more subtle makeup, then stuff like this is better for you. But since it's not my aesthetic, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go back in with the red shade in the crease because I feel like it got lost and it needs to be seen. So the same thing with the other side. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and take the clean brush and start dusting once again. So to me, this look is just really like soft, if you will. I'm not putting anything on lower lash line. We'll save that for when we do the Dazzle palette. But yeah, this is looking, it's looking okay. Now I'm gonna go for this shade to like on top of this, and hopefully it'll give me an extra oomph, if you will, that I'm looking for. And I'm trying to put it toward the middle part too, so that way it'll mask where I mix the two shades together on the lid. So I'll try to do that if I can, like pat over it a little bit, so you won't have that demarcation line. So this is pretty much the eye look. Now let's get into the other one. So I gotta take this off, and then I'll be right back with the Dazzler. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I saved time by just putting the brown, the darkest brown, in the crease from the palette that I showed you earlier. Now we're gonna get into this Diamond Dazzling quad. Go ahead and open it up. This is what the packaging looks like. And then these are what the shades look like. So go ahead and swatch off all. So I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the only one that felt really creamy and pigmented was the shade I'm going to use, of course, which is the navyish blue shade. It's the only one that felt like it had any creamy pigmentation going on to it. The other ones just felt kind of, well, stiff and dry. But this is what these look like. So I'm thinking I want to put the blue on the lid. Big surprise, right? But that first shade, the shimmery topper one, I'm going to put on top of it. And then these two bronzy shades we'll just put in the inner corner, and that's going to be what this eye look is. So go ahead and grab a cute little brush to put this shade on the lid. My rougher number 2 is currently drying, so I'm gonna take this Time Los Angeles brush and see if it'll pick up this product. Okay, it's picking it up. I know with her stuff is kind of finicky. You have to do certain things, and you can't use this, and you can't use that. And it's like, look, ma'am, maybe use whatever the hell I want to use. I spent this $50 whatever dollars. So, so it's looking pretty nice. It's kind of reminding me of the one I just tried from Chantecaille, though. The video that you all are actually seeing today here on Sunday. I tried Chantecaille for the first time, and I had my thoughts about it before I had tried the brand, and I had different thoughts about it after I tried the brand. So if you want to see that video, it should be at the end of, it might be at the end of this video. I don't know, I doubt it, because this is going up so much later. But see how shimmery and sparkly that is? It's actually pretty nice. I found out I'm actually impressed with one of these, because I heard like the Pillow Talk Luxury one or whatever was terrible. So I was like hesitant to get this one. But once I saw Mother had one coming out, and this looks similar to it, I was like, we about to battle royale. So I will definitely be comparing this one to Pat McGrath's when it comes out. That was honestly the only reason I bought this quad. Otherwise, I would have bought it because it's like Mother had one coming out. I don't need to have both of them. But I need to have both of them for a video to compare them, so you know which one to get. So as usual, I made the sacrifice of buying both just so I could give you all an idea of who gonna have the best one. Because that's literally the only reason I bought both of these. And then the one from Chantecaille ended up looking like both of these. So I was like, ain't this nothing? Okay, so where's my clip? So I'm gonna take the brush that I used the brown shade with and just dust around this. I'm not adding extra product, as you can see. I'm just dusting around to try to get in this crease situation here. Try to darken up just a little bit more there. And now I'm going to take the first shade, start tapping it on top of this as if it needs anything extra. But, you know, since I have it, I was like, we can. Swatching it. And this one's just really dry. Like, it's extremely dry. But it's just I think on the back of it, they said it's an enhancer. So it's just supposed to enhance this eye look like times 10. And that's what it's doing. So, works for me. Now, with the two golds, I'm going to take the darker one, which is the last one, and then I'm going to put this lighter one on top. And I put the darker brown shade underneath my lower lash line as well, in case anyone cared. Now I'm going to take that lighter shade and just pop it on top of this one. Kind of get a little more brightness in the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to take the brush I used to dust all the other stuff. What did I do with it? It's down on the floor. I swear I had another brush I was dusting with. And oh, here it is. It was sitting underneath my leg, y'all. So let's calm down the shimmer in the crease just a little bit there. Okay, so my thoughts on this are, it's okay. It's not like exceptional. The first one I put on to add the extra dimension was kind of dry. The other two shimmers are just basic bronzy shades. And then the smoke shade is nice, but I'm about to show y'all why I'm not that impressed with it. It's the Chantecaille palette here, the warm one. It has like a similar shade selection to that one. As you can see, it looks really similar to the one I just put on, and it has one matte in it. So it's like, what am I really impressed by when they look so similar? Like, look at them. See, like, I'm gonna swatch this shade against the shade that's on my lid already, since we already got it out here. And it is a bit lighter, but I feel like, you know, they do the same thing. And I already have this one, and this one was like $40-something on sale, which is how I got it in the first place. Shout out to Beauty Deals BFF. See, this bronzy shade looks just like that bronzy shade, and this one is just a little bit lighter than that one. So it's like you could put this underneath a black base and it would pop the way this one is popping on my eyes now. So it's like, did I really need this? Absolutely not. And then this shade right here. Now this one is more champagne-y than the one in Charlotte's palette, but I'm like, at the end of the day, at least you get a matte with this one, so you can blend that matte into your crease if you're lighter than I am. And then you can use the 3 shimmers in here to do exactly what I just did with this palette, and you know, it'll be fine. Now, normally priced, the Chantecaille one is $72, but I caught mine on sale for like $43, which is how I ended up trying Chantecaille for the first time, because I was like, $72 for this, and I know nothing about your brand. I think not. But yeah, so I'm gonna compare this one to the Pat McGrath one too when I get it. But since we're here and now with Charlotte, I figured we compare them both now. So now I'm gonna compare the Pillow Talk palette to the Holiday palette, and then you'll hear my thoughts on everything collectively. Even though I feel like I've been giving snippets and hints of how I feel about certain things all throughout the video, I like to give a whole roundup at the end, just in case you weren't paying attention to those because you were too busy watching me blend out the eyeshadow. So this palette we need to swatch against Pillow Talk. So let me grab Pillow Talk. Okay, yeah, so obviously the red in this one is lighter than the red in this one. So there's that, but we're gonna swatch the ones that I automatically just look at them like, yeah, this is the exact same as that one, and then we'll go from there. So I got a brown. This brown is a little bit lighter than the other brown, but you know, they're all just brown, so whatever. So this lighter brown compared to this lighter brown. So this one versus this one. And one of them you didn't see show up on my on my hand. So that just shows how light a brown it is. It's just like, oh, okay. So these are just some of the browns in the palette. I believe the first one is from the, what do you call it, palette? The first one is from Pillow Talk, and then the second one is from, what do you call it? The new one, the Bejeweled Eyes, the Hypnotized. So this is from Pillow Talk, and then this is from the Holiday palette. That was just a plastic card that goes in the palette that fell. I picked it up later. Then we're gonna go in the red shade. So I'm gonna take the, I know the reds aren't the shade because the red in this one is lighter than the red in that one. But again, since we have both of them, we're going to swatch them. So that's Pillow Talk, and then this is the Holiday palette. There aren't that many shimmers in the Pillow Talk as there is in the Holiday, so it won't be as many shimmers to swatch, but it still has shimmers, so I figured we should swatch them. I'm going to swatch the red in here versus the red in here. I feel like the red in the Holiday palette is a little bit lighter than the red in the Pillow Talk, but, you know. So this is the red from the Pillow Talk, and this is the red from the Holiday palette. Like I said, this one is a little bit lighter than that one. Sorry, it's a little bit, plus it looks a little more pinkish reddish undertone than just a plain red undertone. Let's swatch some of these champagne-y looking shimmers. So this is Pillow Talk. This one's Pillow Talk, and then this one is the Holiday palette. So Pillow Talk, Holiday palette. This one seems to have like pink glitters in it, and it seems a little bit more champagne-y, whereas this one seems a little bit more true gold. Let's swatch this one and this one. So this seems more mauve toned, and this seems to be a bit different. So this is the Pillow Talk, and this is the Holiday palette. So some of them are looking similar, some of them looking different, you know. I'm just trying to give y'all an idea of swatches since I'm already sitting here with them. Why not? But the swatch comparison to this Holiday palette and the Pat McGrath one is going to be on my IG channel. So when you look for those swatches, that's when you need to go look for that. I don't think I see any golds in the Charlotte Tilbury. I mean the Pillow Talk one. The Pillow Talk one doesn't have as many golds as the other one does. So that's weird. Are they both say the same thing? It doesn't matter. Okay, so my thoughts on this palette. I'm gonna start off with the palette, and then I'll do the quad, and then I'll do the, well, I already did the quad, but I'll do the palette, and then I'll do the highlighter. The highlighter I think is too ashy, so I would pass if you're my skin tone. The palette is okay. I don't see anything exceptional about it. Like I said, I feel like it looks really close to the Pat McGrath palette I just bought, so it's like, did I necessarily need both of them? No. Am I fine with having both of them? Yes, but it wasn't like a need by any means. I like the Holiday palette highlighter from last year as opposed to the one she has this year. So it's not it's not that the Holiday collection is a bust for me. It's just more of, I don't know, her and Natasha to me always have like, you know, like difficulty staying consistent with the way their products go. So I'm like, I feel like the Pillow Talk eyeshadows blend better than the eyeshadows in this palette. And then I feel like the highlighter color for this one is good for people my skin tone as it was in the 2019 highlighter. So that's why I'm not necessarily excited about that. Then this lip product that I ended up getting like for free with my purchase, I'm not really that fond of it because it just looks really similar to the color I already have, which is the Lucky Diamond one. So it's like they could have just kept this. So I don't know. This is just an okay holiday collection to me. It's not anything exceptional. Like, I wouldn't tell you to rush out and buy any of this stuff, to be perfectly honest. Like, wait till the Sephora sale, and then if you're interested in trying it, then buy it. But I wouldn't recommend you spend $75 on this at all. I don't think it's worth it. It's just okay. I feel like some of the match and blend out as easily as like other high-end palettes that I own, so I wasn't that impressed with it. But in all fairness, I feel like that brush felt still a little wet, even though I had washed it a while ago and had left it sitting out to dry. So that might have been why I didn't necessarily like the way the red blended. But the brush I used for the brown shade that I put in my crease now was dry, and I still feel like that shade was difficult to blend. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. The little quad was nice, but like I said, I have the Chantecaille one, and then I have the Pat McGrath one coming, so it's not really a necessity. And you already have like toppers. I'm sure you can buy topper shades from indie brands for less. So it's like, I don't feel like it was truly necessary. It's just more of, you know, I wanted to try out things as a whole, and I want to compare it to like other luxury things. So that's why I bought it, but I wouldn't buy it. So yeah, I don't know. This holiday collection is just okay to me. If you want to buy it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too, because I feel like I could have not bought it and been totally fine. But those are my thoughts. So yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.